Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about our interest in a 160 plus proof whiskey. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Jeff Andreezy, Jim Gokin, and Tim Wyatt.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hey guys.
Hey, everyone. Hey-oh. So yeah, we're going to be talking today about the Wyatt Earp drop that they did, 160 plus proof. It did hit St. Louis, so I'm sure if it hasn't been to your market already, it's coming. So we'll talk about that later. For right now, though, McNew said there's something she want to talk about. What is that?
Okay, so I think might be a weird me thing. So I have to give some background and then I'll ask my real question.
Sure.
Okay. So like milk, eggs right now, people are losing their minds. It's fine. But I don't think about those things. I'm just like, I don't care how much eggs are because I could just like literally not bake something. But I found out like people actually eat those as food. So to me, they're an ingredient. Milk is an ingredient. I could just like not buy those things and not make things.
Have you never had a meal that's called breakfast? Have you never?
No,
it's pretty much a staple with almost anything you get.
I only do that on vacations. Breakfast is a Pop-Tart. Apparently,
I've seen you eat eggs before. In fact, wait a second here. I saw the egg fall down between the breastises on vacation. And
I don't do that on a daily basis. If I woke up and thought I need to cook breakfast today, no, you starve until lunch. Eat a bag of chips. Call it a day. No, I never wake up and make breakfast. But no, and then one girl I went to high school, she's like, no, my kid eats eggs as a snack. I'm like, you let your kid have cooked food as a snack? Why are you not like throwing a bag of chips at his head? Why are we cooking snacks? I don't.
Just trying to be a good mother, maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
This is all natural.
Snacks. I thought we just grab something out of the pantry, but no. So
you just get a Pop-Tart, throw in the toaster, and go.
No toasters.
What?
I recently learned things I think are ingredients are actual food. So I didn't know if you guys have something that you think like is an ingredient, but like people just like eat it. That was my question. What do you like? People eat this, and you're like, oh, I would never even think about actually just eating that on its own.
I mean, okay, I've got something that's close, I guess. For me, milk is an ingredient. It is something that you use in making things. I never drink a glass of milk. Maybe when I was a little kid I did, but as an adult, there's never a time, even at breakfast, I'll have coffee, I'll even juice. Water's fine. Never, ever am I saying
milk as a beverage is psychopathic behavior. I don't trust people that drink milk. Why? What part of I want a glass of milk? Why would you do that to yourself? That would be enjoyable. Ugh.
You know, we are the only species that drinks the milk of another species.
Yeah, we should tell
after infancy.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
It is a weird thing.
We should not be doing that.
Right.
Jeff and I are sitting here staying silent because him and I both enjoy a big glass of milk.
Are you guys milk drinkers?
I am a milk drinker too.
Okay.
Absolutely, you are. So am I.
The warden is.
Absolutely.
I'm not. The warden is. She drinks a glass of milk. I don't get it. I'd never.
That's
touch
not-
Now,
I don't-
classify what type of milk.
It's white and
Milk.
chunky and weird. White. It's milk is milk. I don't.
Whatever
understand.
type you like,
2%
2%
whole or
skim,
whatever.
whole, whatever you like, or you're drinking. I don't put
Skim
in
milk
glass
is
of
practically water, and that's what I enjoy my skim milk.
I'm a 2%, and I'm a bachelor still. No one's living with me yet, so I will admit.
You're not a bachelor. Why don't we tell the artist that? We'll be like, I heard Jeff
He
single.
lives a bachelor lifestyle. He doesn't.
I have a bachelor lifestyle, and I will say that I don't always use a glass.
Just out of the container.
Right out of the jug.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
There you
that's,
go.
I
thought you were talking about with some of your lady friends since you're single.
No.
Out of the jug.
Right out of the container.
It's kind of like
Out of the
whiskey. Sometimes it's
I gotta tell you,
whiskey's out of the
I thought
bottle.
Jeff was dating the menopausal plus, but no.
If you don't mind,
Premenopausal, no,
we're going to just have a little right out of the container, if you don't mind.
that jug is spicy.
Oh man,
It's very
so
sweet.
I'm going to go with an ingredient that I think is an ingredient that I saw someone eating this today. Avocado. They just had it chunked up on a plate
just
with a little.
an avocado, like an apple.
They scooped it out and had it chopped up and put some salt and pepper on it. And they were eating
Put it
it
on
as
toast?
a snack. And I've never eaten an avocado.
Just
Okay, I'm with you on that because it goes on toast. It's guacamole. It's a dip.
It seemed to be more of an ingredient.
Yeah,
It's a
it goes
good-
with salad. Definitely.
Jeff came up with a solid
Yeah.
one there. We'll approve that one. He got a.
All right.
Avocado ingredient. Yes.
What do you guys
Avocado
come up with?
right
We
out
still
of
got
the
two that
tomato.
haven't weighed in, and
Tomato.
three of us have come up with some good tomato. Okay.
Okay, like similar to the avocado. Yeah, it enhances other dishes. Yes.
Yeah, but it has to be chopped up or pureed in any use that it is. There's no slices, no chunks.
What about a salad?
I love a fresh sliced tomato.
Oh no,
Yeah,
What about
I
a
hate
BLT?
Salt on it.
no,
No.
What
I
about
hate
the
tomatoes.
BLT?
What about a
No.
greasy
That's just a
sandwich?
BL then.
No.
There's no T.
That's right. I would never eat a BLT.
Well, I like a
the
BLT when
ingredient
you
there.
eliminate the L and the T. So I just like a bacon
You
sandwich.
just
Exactly. I could eat lettuce, bacon and lettuce, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, I hate tomatoes, but I don't mind. I love pizza. I love spaghetti with sauce or lasagna or anything if it's a sauce, but I don't want chunks in it.
Right. Do you feel like pizza sauce is different than marinara for? spaghetti?
Yes.
Okay.
Very
good,
much.
good. You're right. You are.
Yes.
You're correct in that. Yeah.
I actually
No, add some nutmeg to your pizza sauce. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
yeah, pizza sauce is different than marinara.
Exactly.
Marinara is horrible.
It is.
It serves no purpose.
See, like marinara is like too wet, where pizza sauce is thicker and it's better.
It's more moist. It's moist.
No.
What do you use marinara other than if you use the cheese sticks and they give you a little marinara on the
That's
side?
what it's for. Or you're toasting
Garlic
raviolis
bread?
if you're in St. Louis. You get
Yeah.
I no.
So it's an Indiana thing, but we get like nacho cheese as a dip. Like if they don't do it anywhere else. Like I dip my breadsticks
sticks and ranch.
no cheese.
Yeah.
We get cheese cups, and
Yeah.
if you ask for that in any other state, they act like your head is like spitting. They don't.
Oh no. No, we have that.
You have that?
Yeah. Then
Like
when you
it-
used to when you ordered pizza breadsticks at like a pizza place, you would get cheese and marinara.
Like
Or
yellow.
you
she's
could-
saying
like
she gets ranch though. She gets ranch is what she was trying to say.
Oh, I
She was
see.
substituting cheese for ranch so she could be cool, but we knew what she meant. See, it's like code. She does that
I
with
see.
the listeners of the Bourbon Daily. It's like when I have my cheese, wink, wink, with my breadsticks,
Really mean
wink,
ranch.
wink. she actually means ranch.
Steve, you should have had her over to St. Louis when we had that restaurant called Twisted Ranch. It was
Yeah.
everything ranch.
It's
Yeah.
still there. It's moved, but it's still in business.
Oh,
Oh, I thought they went out of business.
No,
they
moved.
should have.
They
That's
moved.
terrible.
No, it's a cool
No,
place.
because McNew hits it up every time she comes in. And when she drives to St. Louis, but she doesn't cross the Mississippi. That's where she gets it.
That's true. I haven't been to the new place, but they did get a new place. I used to go to the old place, but I go to still 630 because it's right down the street from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, not the new one though. Wyatt, you've had a lot of time to think about this. Did you come up with something?
I have.
Okay.
I have two things. Number one, I'm going to go with just bread because bread is to make a sandwich, but that's not necessarily as polarized as I think all the herbs. I love my basil. I love all my thyme. I love all my herbs and everything as an ingredient, part of sandwiches or whatever it may be, or dishes. But I've known people to just sit there and pick basil leaves off and just eat them. And that's why there's mental patients. Yes.
Right.
And I don't live with these people, which is thank God I don't live with these people.
Sure.
But yes, I know people that just eat herbs like lettuce.
Okay. But bread, Tim, you're not excited at a restaurant and they're like, here's a basket
of bread.
You're not just eating the
My
bread.
favorite.
Well, you have to put something on it, so then it's
You got
just
to put
an
something
ingredient.
on it.
Butter or some olive oil or something.
Well, that's different. That is making almost a sandwich because you're adding something to that piece of bread to change it into something. But people just eating straight bread. Bread is an ingredient to make something else. Bread on its own, plain white bread, plain wheat bread, or anything like that is meant to be made into something, not to be eaten on its own.
Oh, okay. I'm a bread fan. Like I like to buy those loaves from like the grocery store bakery, and like I'll just like rip it off and like dip it in like butter and eat that.
You're doing something to it though. It is.
You're elevating a sandwich.
Elevating, just dipped in a tub of butter. Yeah, that's definitely elevating.
That's not lowbrow.
No.
Good salty
Just
butter.
eat it like a goblin. I'm like, rip it off, dip it, go about my day.
Just ranch dripping down her lips.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Now, Tim, would you relax that for Lenny, because he can't eat a sandwich? If he was just eating bread, would you be like, well, that makes sense because you don't eat sandwiches?
Not at all, because Lenny's nuts. That's ridiculous. Come on now. There's certain things that come on. We have to just call it out what it is. That's absolutely ridiculous. No, there is no exception to my rule on that one. That is for sure. I would be very hard pressed to be convinced otherwise.
Yeah. Lenny's hate of sandwiches is
crazy.
Is crazy.
Yes, you're wrong.
It's crazy. It's just wrong. It's like Darren arguing that Arizona is one of his favorite states.
I was just to say, it's something to make a point just to make a point. And you just don't need to do that. I love you anyways, man. Come on.
There you go. All right. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Gokin.
All righty. I have got the Buzzard's Roost bottled in Bond.
Okay.
Nothing.
It was audible.
Yeah.
Award-winning bottled in Bond for Buzzard's Roost. Amazing.
It's true. Many awards, not just one.
Yes.
All right, Tim, you look ready to go. What do you got?
I do, and I'm going to fill my cork pop miserably. I've got a bottle of the Brothers Blom, the Blom Brothers, bourbon whiskey from Galena, Illinois, my buddies. Here we go. Nothing.
Lots of squeak.
Squeaking.
Yes.
Heard plenty of squeak. I've got Middle West. This is the Naranja cast finish. So the pumpernickel. The pumpernickel. All right, here we go. That's sadly our lead. I think it can be quite easily beat, but we'll see what happens. There's a lot of squeak, but there was a pop there, and it's our leader. And Drizzy's next.
I need to share a little story here because last time I was on a show with Ryan Thompson, he said if we were talking about the American single malt, and that was about the time that the new whiskey style was approved, and Ryan said, "Have you had ours?" And I said, "No." And he said, "You missed out on Steve's barrel pick." And I said, "I must have." Well, I'm digging through my bottles looking for something for tonight's show, and of course
there it is. You got one.
I've got one. So Ryan, sorry I missed it. I'm opening it tonight.
Okay.
Well done.
Seemed like it might have been nice there, but the microphone definitely cut you out in the middle cork pop there. So.
I don't know what's going on there. I've had two really good pops tonight.
Okay. Did you see Thompson's billionaire outfit in Key West? It was so fucking great. He did. He committed to the bit. Oh, the best part was, so we're walking We had just taken our official group photo at Southernmost Point in Key West, and we're walking. There's Ryan in the Billionaire's outfit. He's the first in group, and people are stopping and want pictures with him and all this. But we're walking, and all of a sudden this guy comes by and says, "Ryan Thompson, what are you doing here? Why are you dressed like that?" He was on a golf cart. He stopped in the middle of the road. It was one of his buddies from back home. Happened to be in Colorado. In Key West. Didn't know Ryan.
So he does wear that all the time.
Yeah.
His uniform.
Yeah. This is
I had trouble trying to figure out who that was, and then it dawned on me. Well, of course he needs to wear a disguise coming into Key West again.
Well,
he needs to keep a low profile.
He's keeping a low profile, but he's also just billionairing it up. I mean.
You can't help
I did love that southernmost picture, though, Steve. How Macaulay, Avery, and I think Royce were they photoshopped in?
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
Yes.
They show up. We get done, and it's chaos there at the thing because everybody. As soon as we're like you take a group photo, then there's a couple people that haven't been to Key West before. They want their own photo by there, but I mean the next group is behind there trying to push in and get their photo. So there's no way to go back and get without standing in a line. That's going to cost you another 20 minutes, and I was like. This isn't going to work. Can we just take a photo of you guys? We'll just add it in later. And they're like, oh, all right, I guess. We're not going to stand in line and redo it. We're waiting for them every year. And, we don't know if they're going to show up or not. If we knew they were going to show up and they're like, if they're texting and be like, hey, I'm going to be like 2 minutes late. We'd let other people go in front of us. We would have waited. They don't say anything and they just show up and they're late. What can we do?
Photoshop.
Yeah, Photoshop them. That's what
Shameful.
They're up like up front. Everyone else is.
No, I saw that. I'm like, why does this look weird? I'm like,
Why did they look like that at the
They were
right
there.
angle?
They were there during the photo shoot. And Tim, did you see us live when
Yes.
did you watch it? Yeah.
Yes.
They do archive that
dying.
stuff for a little bit too, so you go back. Yeah. So I told everybody.
Yeah, I was dying laughing. I was like, how the hell is this at 2 o'clock? It was at 9 a.m. when I was there.
What
Bro,
was
get
it?
up early, trying to get down there on time. I'm worried about my hair. I'm
Your
like,
hair.
Jesus, it takes a lot to put this together. And next thing you know, 2 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, this guy's got it easy.
Yeah. Well, we go easy some years, so yeah. We're working on that.
On the night before.
Yeah, we're working on for next year already. Man, we're doing some fun stuff. So we Whiskey Rick, who's our on-site guy, and I are working on this because we want to do it while everything's fresh in our mind. Like this, I came up with this idea.
You got to plan it now. Well, that stuff's there. That's exactly right.
So that's what we got going.
God, I
on.
hope to make it next year.
professional, Steven.
Yeah, I'll have a preliminary schedule out pretty soon where you guys get to see what's going on. There's some cool stuff next year. And we're just got to work out a few more small details and get that done. McNew, you haven't done your cork pop yet. I've got the lead. Just to recap, it's been a while since we strayed from that. So what do you got?
Yeah, I have a Pendleton Whiskey's Midnight. I just thought the bottle looked cool. It was finished in brandy barrels. Don't know anything else about it.
No.
Fresh corks all night. That's what's going on here.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
this new
a little
house,
sloshy at the end, but mine was not spectacular by any means. So that was pretty good.
Half point off.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers to McNew.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Wyatt Earp, 160 plus proof. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is Lenny Eckstein, and to set the record straight, I am a vegan, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Wyatt Earp's 160 proof whiskey.
Yes, we are. So Wyatt Earp puts out this whiskey, a new brand, World Whiskey Society or something is putting this out, I think is who it is, back in this. $250 is the suggested retail price. 73% malted barley, 14.9% malted rye, 12.1% malted wheat. So that's an interesting mash bill for sure. And then I did put it in the notes there, World Whiskey Society. So don't know where it was distilled at. We just know it was a California distillery. So that's also interesting. And again, all single barrels, but all over 160. And the one that they had in St. Louis was like 164. But again, it's going to vary by barrel, of course. So what do you guys think of this? Well, is this something you'd be interested in?
This would be the highest proof I think I've ever heard of or seen.
Yes.
Certainly never tasted. So I think with that there, I'd probably be in.
Okay. Yeah. 250 is not terrible, by the way. 250 for something that unique. I haven't tried it myself. It was in, like I said, in St. Louis, but we tried to get some, but I think that another big retailer decided they just wanted to get all of it. So, when you got a big customer and it says, I want it all, they tend to fulfill that and go from there. So we didn't
Any feel for how much is available?
No, I don't know how much is available overall. No idea.
Okay.
Not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you get a bottle, I'll try it, Steve.
Okay, well, that's nice of you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'll give you my thoughts on it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you've got a whole different battle you got to fight because you don't have any. Say you're at the wrong level. We should bring your wife on these shows when we're talking about whether or not we'd be able to buy something or not because that's who's going to make that final approval. So yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
I'd be the guy that walked in 2 minutes after the bottle kill. That'd be me.
Yes.
All miss out on the George T. Stagg. They're just leveling it all off for everybody, hands them all out. We start drinking it. We do the cheers. And after we do the cheers, he comes strolling in. What are we drinking? We're like, we're drinking George T. Stagg. No, we're not. Yeah, no one felt bad.
I've never had bottled 160, but I had at a distillery, a little small distillery. We were on a camping trip, and the guy was doing a run, and he was pulling off of the still, and it was like 164, 165, somewhere in there. He was testing it, just White Dog, and it was surprisingly
What was he trying to make? Because you're not supposed to take it over 160 if it's going to be
Jimmy Red Corn Bourbon.
Violated a rule. You can't bring it off higher than 160.
Yeah, he was getting rid of that. He kept bringing it down. He was down to like 120 something by the time he got to it. But that was when it was starting.
Gotcha.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
And what's the highest any of you have seen in a bottle?
In a bottle,
147.7.
154. We had a one from Old Louisville. That's the highest we've had. The highest bourbon that I ever had, I had a birthday bourbon one time, uncut, that Jackie Zykan brought in. It wasn't bottled up or anything. She brought it into St. Louis for a whiskey in the winter and let everybody try it at 156 proof, that's the highest bourbon I've ever tried. It's fucking fantastic, by the way. And I had Justine Mays with me, and she's like, I can't drink too much of this. You want mine? I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I do. She's like, oh, this is too high proof. I'm going to get messed up. I'm like, I'll take it. I was fine. I did okay. Yeah. Well, how about you, Tim? What do you think of this offering?
This one, I'm definitely a try before you buy. When you get something up to this thing, it better be something nice.
Right.
It better be something unique. I get a little hesitant when you something because any of this stuff with hazmat on it, you got to know where it's coming from. You got to know the distiller who's kind of done it. That's why I'm a little hesitant on this one. If I'm hearing California distillery, I'm trying to think who would have stuff that maybe
Corbin Cash,
something like that.
It's undisclosed, but I bet you it's Corbin Cash, which they're fantastic, by the way.
I was going to say that, or maybe Sonoma or something like that. Like some of the ones have been around for a while, but Sonoma. Yeah, I'm with you. I think you're right. I think it'd be a try before I buy type thing. But I'm definitely be interested because I like this malted wheat idea. This is interesting on the
It's an interesting mash bill. There's no doubt about it.
I don't get too caught up in mash bills anymore, but this one, when you start playing with malted grains versus, there's a whole different host of flavors that I can really unpack out of there that have me intrigued.
Yeah,
is it all the same, or I thought this was a blend of several different?
No, it's single barrels. That's the mash bill, and then it's single barrels of that mash bill.
Yeah. Okay, malted barley, 14.9 malted rye, 12.1 malted wheat.
Yeah.
So
it's going to vary as any single barrels do, of course, flavor and proof. But yeah.
So I think it's interesting because that is an interesting mash bill, but like 160, I'm like, is it just hot to be hot?
That's what
you got to be careful of.
Yeah. Are you still going to get flavors? Because I don't like it when it's hot to be hot. Like I can do without it, but if it's still going to have those flavors playing, I think it'd be really interesting.
There's some of those hazmats that are just fantastic, that are flavorful, great. It's not like it blows your ears off or anything. I don't know, and having not tried this, I have no idea.
Steve, I go back to that wood hat that Gary had for the 25 bottle barrel that we bought for the barrel shop. 142.7. I got to tell you, it was Dr. Pepper in a glass.
Right.
To me, it was just Dr. Pepper. I was like, oh my God, this is obscenely unique.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I keep that bottle tucked.
Yeah.
My bottle tucked.
That's a special bottle for sure. Yeah.
If you haven't gotten your hands on the Mammoth Hazmat cigar blend, but more importantly, their tiki blend, what Phil did over at Mammoth with that tiki blend. And now, granted, they proved it to 140, so they really brought it down, but it's 140 even. Holy crap! Amazing flavors out of those.
I like the name Tiki.
Got a couple of hazmats.
Tiki blend. They took the whiskey and they aged it in. It was rye whiskey, and they aged it in orange curacao. So they made orange curacao, barreled it, and then refilled it.
Calling it Tiki blend is a smart idea. That's really good.
It is. That's fine. That would absolutely. I see that on a label. That's going to absolutely get me.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for tiki shit for some reason.
With an umbrella for a cork.
Come down to St. Louis, Steve. I got a bottle of it.
Do you? Yeah, bring it with you. Let's just try that thing next time we're in town.
Yeah, it's spectacular. I mean, it's just crazy flavors.
Mammoth is awesome
for anybody.
Yeah,
but it's
Yeah, I got to work on that.
So those are the type of ones I'm trying to compare hazmats to and anything like that. But McNew, you hit it right. Is it hot to be hot? I'll tell you, if you look at the bottle and you look at the cork on that one, the topper, it's a 6-shooter. It's like
that's cool.
That's cool.
The packaging is really top notch on that bottle.
Yeah,
really
I think it's very
to
old school looking. Yeah.
So even if I ended up not liking the whiskey, I wouldn't be mad about that bottle on my shelf. Like,
it's a hell of a story piece, regardless.
Yeah,
this is true. There you go. So it's out there, folks. Get it if you can, and let us know what you think. That would be good. So there you go. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jim, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Hey, I'm on Facebook at Jim Gokin.
Jeff?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
Okay, Tim.
You can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112 and on YouTube at our flagship whiskey.
McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. The thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop. We're back in full swing. Had a rough January. Closed several days for weather, and then I was out of town for Key West. So that was an interesting start to the year. Had a big event last night as we record this and kind of brought us back to where projected numbers were, which was nice. One big day. So yeah, but it felt like things were really back in the swing finally. It's kind of just been a weird month, so it's cool. But come by and see us. We've always got excellent things going on. We're at abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything?
Steve,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. As we are recording this, you made it through dry January. Let the
Just about to
sales
say
come
that.
in.
Survived.
This is true. We survived
Let the
another
sales
dry
come in.
January. Yeah. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the Network.
Great job today, gang. For our audience, we have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See everyone.
Adios.
Okay.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.